Ah, all right, what is going on, guys? Welcome to the Monday night live stream, Google Hangout style. I'm the Maniac Madman, CMRetro Gaming. Let me check the audio levels and stuff, make sure everything's going well. Let me know if you guys can hear me okay. About Trey Fitty, what's going on? Rotbergs is here, Lucky Collector's here. What's going on? Yard Sale Hunter. Kyle, what's going on, man? Been a long time. Backed up on my YouTube videos, but I saw you've got 3 or 4 that I haven't watched yet, so yeah, Trey Fitty, Colts fan. That was not good. Not good. All right, let me make some adjustments here. Bada bing, bada boom. Hopefully you guys can hear me. I'll go ahead and start sending some invites. We'll send one over to the mighty Jav Geez. If Jav wants to come in and talk about the New York Football Giants, Robert Payne, what's going on, man? I feel like we've been on live streams all day today. You know, I did a live stream about 1 o'clock, play a little baseball. Then we watched Uncle Strange, which was awesome, doing The Last of Us. He finally wrapped that up. He's moving into the Left Behind, the DLC, which is cool. So let me know the audio is good. Got that. That in there. We got going on here. Mute that. Bada bing, bada boom. All right, our settings are saying that we're good. So if you guys are having audio issues, let me know. All right, Robert says loud and clear, and he knows. He knows what loud and clear is like. So we're going to go Robert Payne, seconded by Lucky Collector. So we're good to go. All right. So, okay. So you guys know how I do this, right? Like we start off with some shout outs and my featured channels and everything that's kind of going on my channel. Little promotion. I mean, it's my channel. I should be able to promote my own stuff. So first thing, year of the PlayStation. The new year of the PlayStation video will drop on Friday night between 7:30 and 8 p.m. So be there or be square for the September edition of Year of the PlayStation. You guys know that I love doing shout outs. You go into the description section of the live stream. You'll see a bunch of channels there. Check those channels out. I challenge you to check out 3 or 4. And then every week I feature, or every live stream, because we don't do this every week. That would be way too much. It'd be like a job. But every time we do a Google Hangout, I try and feature 1, 2, or 3 channels. And this week, guys, we're going to feature 3 channels, 3 awesome YouTubers that I strongly encourage you to check out. First one is the aforementioned Uncle Strange. He's from Canada, so if you're from Canada, help out your fellow Canucker. Uncle Strange just went over 200 subscribers, man. He just blasted past it. He's about 220 right now. And from what I can tell, man, all he does is live stream. So, you know, Final Fantasy, Crash Bandicoot. There he is, Uncle Strange, talking about him right now. He just finished up Last of Us today, which I was very proud to be there when he did because he hadn't played that game in a while. Started up with the Last of Us Left Behind DLC. But from what I could tell from Uncle Strange's videos, man, he just does live streams. Like I said, Final Fantasy, Until Dawn, Little Monsters, you know, all kinds of stuff. So definitely check out Uncle Strange. Subscribe to his channel and hit that notification button, because a lot of times when I'm in the game room, I like to listen to a live stream or watch a live stream or whatever. And he's on a pretty regular schedule, Monday, Wednesday, and Saturdays from 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern time. Sometimes he goes a little bit after that, but that's a lot. That consistency is good on YouTube, man. So I definitely appreciate Uncle Strange having that type of consistency and dedication, and look forward to good things from him in the future, man. He's a good dude. He's an old dude like us, so he fits right into our debauchery and our little group. The next person that we're going to shout out, featured channel this week, is going to be Video Game Collector. Tony, first of all, you know, thoughts and prayers go out to Video Game Collector because he lives in Orlando area. So, you know, those guys get hit by hurricanes, man. That's crazy. And, you know, just keeping your thoughts and your prayers, because we don't want anybody to get hurt, anything like that. And I talked to him yesterday. He said things are good. The package I sent him, I wasn't even thinking. I sent him a package like 3 days before the hurricane, because it was supposed to be there. And I was like, I'm a dumbass. But he said he called the post office. It's at the post office. He'll go pick it up, you know, when he gets a chance. So safe and sound on that one, which is nice. But Video Game Collector does pickup videos. He does live stream. So again, another live streamer if you are in the game room and you want to watch something while you're or listen to something while you're tinkering with games or playing a game. Video Game Collector does like PlayStation 4 games. Usually he gets like a lot of limited run games and like first day release type games, things like that. So if you're thinking about buying some of those games, he's a perfect resource to go to. He was just playing Alienation. So definitely check out Video Game Collector. And he's a super nice guy. We'll do trades, all kinds of stuff. He has an amazing collection, first of all. So if you're into the collecting aspect of it, he's definitely a channel you want to check out. And he shot a video a while back where he was like, these are all my doubles and stuff I don't need. If you guys want to buy it or trade for it or whatever. And I told him, I said, hey, can I have the box for that game? What do you want to trade for it? It was Ninja Gaiden. I needed the box for Ninja Gaiden. He's like, dude, I'll just send it to you. So he sent me a box of Ninja Gaiden. He actually sent me another package. He was like, hey, do you have this particular game? I said, no, but when I see it at Goodwill, or not Goodwill, but GameStop, I'll pick it up. He's like, dude, I'll just buy one off of Amazon and send it to you. And he did. And I got it, and I've got an unboxing video. So Video Game Collector, I can't say enough good things about him. Super good dude. And the third person is Video Game Cadet. Check out Video Game Cadet, former veteran. So if you're a veteran out there, check him out. And does pickup videos, and he also does live streams. He does like Mortal Kombat and, you know, whatever's new kind of thing. I forget what he was playing the other day. It was one of those like third person walk around beat 'em ups, kind of like Shadow of Mordor or something like that. But super nice guy. Just had a contest, and quite frankly, he's starting to pick up some steam and get a bunch of subscribers. So get on his bandwagon early. So again, check out those feature channels: Uncle Strange, Video Game Collector, and Video Game Cadet. Links to those channels in the description down below. So catch up with our chat. Let's see. Robert Payne said coming in loud and clear. Heleno, what's going on, Heleno? How are things in Brazil? I can't say Brazil without saying it like the announcer says it in Street Fighter 2 when you pick Blanca. Or you fly to Brazil and you fight Blanca, and he's like, Brazil. I got to say it like that every time. So Uncle Strange is here. I see him. He says, thanks, dude. I rock. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm just a dude trying to get by, make his way in this strange, kooky world. But Uncle Strange, so what are you going to play after you beat the Left Behind DLC? The whole world is waiting. And I didn't get to finish watching the end of Uncle Strange's stream because I had to go help my parents move some furniture. They moved houses. They moved to a smaller house. So they were getting rid of some furniture and giving it to my son, and it was crazy. So, all right, Chasing Classics. Let's see. I'm Chasing the Classics an invite in case they want to jump in later. Yeah, it's definitely sub to Uncle Strange, man. And I'm telling you, man, this is sort of my philosophy. I got a warped philosophy on this kind of stuff. You know I do. But the chances of one of our smaller channels just blowing up on its own is pretty slim to none. So we need to rely on each other and count on each other to sub and promote and that kind of stuff. So word gets out, you know, because I want my subscribers to be your subscribers. So and I'm hoping this guy doesn't flake out on this deal tomorrow after I get off work. Okay, so my schedule is pretty crazy the rest of the week. I got to work. I have a meeting tomorrow from like 11 to 12:30 in the afternoon. And then I got to go back in and work 9 p.m. to 7 a.m. on Wednesday night. But when I get off my meeting tomorrow at 12:30, I'm supposed to meet this guy to get a couple box Nintendo games. And guys, one of them is a very, very difficult box and manual to get a hold of. Actually, Shad Juice told me about it because I asked Shad Juice. He's sort of the expert. Oh, no. My daughter's here. She fell off the chair. She's got a nice pack.
Hi, guys.
There she is. Let's see. Uncle Strange said he's trying to get his hands on a copy of Horizon. And I inspired him to get a copy of Ratchet and Clank. Ratchet and Clank, man. Thanks. Ratchet and Clank, a lot of replay value there, man. It's pretty fun. If you like baseball, get a copy of MLB The Show too. Speaking of MLB The Show, I talked to CaptNRetro and Sunday. No, there it is right there. I just popped up in the stream. I didn't even know he was here. Sunday, CaptNRetro and I will be playing some MLB The Show so he can school me on the finer points of video game digital baseball. And yeah. So we're going to try and live stream that. I don't know if you can do that because essentially what I'm thinking, I think you can, but I'm thinking essentially what I could do is just pop open CaptNRetro's live stream on my laptop and watch like the pitch selection that he's doing. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if that's possible. We'll figure it out. We're a couple innovators, so we'll figure it out. CaptNRetro. Hold on, I'm going to yell. Carolyn! CaptNRetro is her favorite YouTuber. Do you want to say hi, CaptNRetro? He just jumped in the live stream.
Hi, CaptNRetro.
Oh. And now, okay, he's saying he's already trying to cheat at our baseball game on Sunday. I'm taking performance-enhancing drugs. That's how I'm going to beat you.
Oh, Dad.
I'm taking steroids. It's pretty funny. Yes. Michael's Workshop, what's up? Anyone heard from Tight White? Yeah, we talk to Tight White every single day. You know, things are going good. You know, if he jumps in, actually, he said he had to work tonight. I'll let him tell his tale when he comes in, but everything's good. You know, they were able to move everything off the floor and on the higher shelves, so you know, everything is cool. Just a little slight water damage. He said he had to rip up the carpets and the padding, stuff like that, but everything's okay. Word up, Shad Juice. Me send Catmany an invite. Yeah, and Uncle Strange, you know, I don't know what Horizon goes for. I've never played that game, but Ratchet and Clank is a, you know, it's under a $20 game. It's not very expensive, so hours of replayability. All right, so just sending. Oh, I got a copyright claim. Yeah, that's a tough one right there. So I got a copyright claim on my YouTube for the MLB The Show live stream. I gotta figure that though. You know, they use actual like real people music and not like made up music. Yeah, try to see your pitch selection. That's what I was talking about. I don't know if it's gonna matter that much. You know what I mean? Are we gonna use our teams or are we gonna just? Because my team's not like powered up or anything. Well, I'll play them. I don't care. I'll put them on the field. Are we just gonna pick actual MLB teams and play, which is cool. All right. So I hope everyone's day is going well. Gamer's Manual, what's up? Check out Gamer's Manual's channel, man. I don't know how he finds all that stuff, but man. Uncle Strange says, "Oh yeah, in Canada, I keep forgetting you get the Canadian tax on that stuff. $20 up here for Ratchet and Clank. Horizon is still $80. Could you order it from GameStop in the United States and have them send it to Canada? Is that a possibility?" Yard Sale Hunter's asking, did I see the RBI baseball game on the Switch and it doesn't look good? No, I didn't see it. I don't have a Switch, so it's sort of off my radar. What's up, Dan from Rebel Gaming Club? Rebel Gaming Club. And Dano an invite, see if he wants to jump in. I got dibs on that TurboGrafx haul. Okay. All right. Let me catch up on the comments real quick. CaptNRetro says he'll jump in a little later. Cool, because I want to see how the pinball thing's working out, because I saw in your new video that you bought another pinball table. So I kind of want to talk about that. Shadu says RBI Baseball sucks on Xbox One and PS4 too. The PS4 one is more arcadey, but I don't like the angle that the pitcher and the bat. I don't know. It just looks weird. Like you can't track the ball. You know what I mean? But it's definitely a much more arcade type experience. So I've kind of come to the terms that next year after year, the PlayStation, I'm gonna start selling most of my collection, things that I don't want, don't need, don't play. And I thought that would be easy because these are just things, you know what I mean? But I had a close call this week. Shad Juice knows that I've got a TurboGrafx 16 for $130. It comes with a controller, Keith Courage, and TV Sports Basketball. And I don't really play it. And I actually just bought, the TurboGrafx 16 collection for my Dreamcast, right? So I could play all the TurboGrafx games on my Dreamcast. Hence, don't need an actual TurboGrafx. But my TurboGrafx 16, which sits over here, I was like, I'll sell it. And somebody was like, hey, dude, I'll buy that for $130. Tell me when and where. We sort of made arrangements Sunday, 3 p.m. at this gas station down the road. And he's like, I'll text you at noon and let you know what's going on. And he never texts me. And I was kind of happy that he didn't because my TurboGrafx, although I don't need it in the collection, $130 is $130, guys. I'm not independently wealthy or anything like that. I know it looks like I'm wealthy, with my Mario plushies and my NES advantages, my Game Boy in the box right there. It looks like I live a lavish lifestyle, but I don't. So, I didn't want to sell it because I know it's so hard to find, but $130 is $130, and I sort of saw it as this is sort of my first step to downsizing my collection. And if I could get rid of that, then I could get rid of something over there, you know what I mean, that I don't want to get rid of. Here's the part in the live stream where I show you my sealed copy of DuckTales 2. And as much as I don't want to sell that stuff, it just sits around here. So, but it was a close scare. I'm sort of on the fence. Like, I wanted to sell it and get $130, but I didn't want to sell it because I know how hard it is to find it, and I know how hard I work to go out and find games and stuff like that. So, yeah, I don't know. I just don't know if I'm ready to commit like that yet, although it sounds good, So, yeah, ask CaptNRetro if he comes on the stream or later, how he copes with selling, 75% of his collection. So, Brett Seiler says the walls are the color of money. Yeah, that's my father-in-law and his goofy ideas. Yeah, see, Jason, that's sort of what I was thinking is getting, EverDrives or, something like that. Like, I don't need a Nintendo or a Super Nintendo, although the Super Nintendo is the one I had when I was a kid, so that's a little bit different. But, and just get a Retron 5 and sell all my Game Boys, Game Boy Advances, that kind of stuff. Yes, Michael. Michael is 100% correct. It is a lot harder to sell games than it is to buy them. Quote at Pet the NES Punk on that one. So, yeah, CaptNRetro says he just got most of his collection back for $200. And that's the thing is if somebody came in here and was like, I'll offer you X amount of thousands of dollars, I would probably say yes. I would probably say yes. Because that'd be a down payment on a new house or something, Pay off the cars. All Things Geek 77, what's going on, man? Hello, hello. Thanks for commenting on my videos earlier, man. I appreciate that. I try and get back to everybody that comments. Sometimes, sometimes it doesn't work out. But, yeah. Yeah, CaptNRetro makes a good point. You know, I mean, it's cool to have it, but it's not anything that you can't get back. And I do like going out on the hunt, finding stuff. So he just got back from buying 37 PS game. Do you live in Ohio? I swear to God, I just saw that same posting on OfferUp or something on Craigslist. Rotberg says he would take you would take less than 30,000, or you wouldn't take less than 30,000. Oh yeah, I'm over in Gahanna. Gamer's Manual says that he sold his doubles. He was becoming a hoarder. It gets like that, and the thing is, like, you start accumulating doubles and they don't sell or whatever. So it's like, yeah, I don't know. Okay, Rotberg says he wouldn't. Would it not? CaptNRetro says he only has a super strong attachment to a handful of things. Well, if you come on later, tell us what those handful of things are. You know, what are those choice items? How did you make that choice? Did you say I'm only going to keep 15 items and pick out your 15 favorite things, or were it stuff you had from when you were a kid? You know, whatever. All Things Geek says he has an attachment problem with comics. He needs to let them go. First appearance of Harley Quinn. Yeah, that's sort of the problem with collecting. I don't have a problem selling my doubles. I just don't move them as quickly as I want to move them. All right, we've sent out some invites. Nobody's replies. Anybody that's actually in the chat, you guys want to jump in the Google Hangout and kick it? Let me know. I'll send you an invite. It'll go to your Gmail. Then you just click on it and you can come in. Yay! CamRetro said stuff he had when he was a kid. Yeah, that Sharp's Nest TV is awesome. Sega Master System stuff. Yeah, man. I mean, I guess it's a lot easier when somebody hands you a certified check or cash or something like that. It's a lot easier to handle. So, All Things Geek 77. Let's see if we can send you an invite on the. There you are. All right, man. I sent you an invite, so it should be in your Gmail. It should be a link, so you just click the link and it'll jump you in. So Brett's saying that the hunting of the games for fun. If you stick them on the shelves, you feel like a hoarder. If you have others that come over and play them with you, it makes you feel a little better. Yeah, people come over and play. Oh, let's play Mario Kart or something like that. And that's why you stick to RPGs. Well, hey, you might want to start saving up some money because January 1st, I'm going to go through all my systems. A little better. People come over and play, and my RPGs are going to be gone because I don't play them. There's a handful I'm going to keep, like Wild Arms 2, but like Yeez and Final Fantasy games, they're gone. So there he is, the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Pinball CaptNRetro.
What's up, buddy?
You look nervous for Sunday.
No, I'm not at all. Bored. It'll be.
Yeah.
No, I'm really not that good at it. I played a lot of the game, but not like a lot of online games, so I don't know how it'll be.
Yeah, well, we'll see, man. It'll be interesting. So what was the deal with that little pinball table?
It is. I don't know if you can see it behind me. It's a 1977 Star Explorer. It's sitting over there, turned on next to the other pinball machine, and it's like a little kid's table.
Oh, cool.
It's a real electromechanical machine, though. It's got actual pop bumpers in it and flippers and, real things, but it's only got it's got 4 pop bumpers, 2 slingshots, and a couple rolling over targets that are just like pieces of metal on the playfield that the ball, when it contacts it, it turns it on. It tells the thing to score it. So it's got a scoring counter on it, and it's space themed. It's called Star Explorer. The company made 2. It's made by Philips. And it's a Star Explorer or a Sentinel. And I think the Sentinel was more of a World War I fighting pilots kind of design. Like, I'm not sure exactly. Sentinel Ace, I think is what it's called. Sentinel Flying Ace, something like that. And I haven't ever seen one of those. But there's actually been 3 of them online here in Georgia for sale recently. One was like $200, one was like $150, and this guy wanted $50 for this one. So I went and found this one, and I put all new rubber on it and all kinds of stuff. I cleaned the board up real good, polished it. It plays fine.
Nice.
I'm gonna re-theme it and make it less 70s. I got a buddy of mine that's a pretty awesome artist painter, and he's gonna paint the cabinet to look like Minecraft type style. And I'm gonna get vinyl stickers and overlay the play field and overlay all the pop bumpers with Minecraft type stuff and give it to Emceemer's daughter for Christmas.
Oh, that's nice.
She fell in love with the Ghostbusters machine and has been bugging him nonstop since they left here to get her a pinball machine. So I was like, man, I kind of want to learn how to work on them, so I took it all apart and put it all back together and got it all cleaned up and playing awesome. And, I learned a little bit about it, and now I can send it out the door and make somebody's day with it. It's a $100 learning tool is how I look at it. I paid $50. I spent about $50 on the cleanup. She's going to love it. She'll dig it, I think. It's real simple. It's not a whole lot of, do crazy ball action, but it gives you it's definitely playing pinball. You know what I mean? Yeah, nice. Let's see. All things Geek 77 say just bought Chrono Cross on eBay. We'll give that another try. Not played a true RPG in about 10 years. Rotbergs says invite. He's got 30 minutes. Does anybody even want to talk to Jason Rotbergs? No? Okay. I was kidding. App lock's on, and now that's a different Jason for some reason. So the whole town I live in, I'm about 30 minutes east of Atlanta, like northeast of Atlanta. And at like 3 o'clock today, it kind of started raining a little bit and got kind of windy from the from the tropical storm that came through after the hurricane blew apart. And the whole damn town shut down, dude. Like, everybody's like, go home, run. And like, it's a little bit of rain. It never got bad in my area at all, but every place in town has decided to close it down at like 4 o'clock today. They were like, nope, we're going home. I'm like, we're in North Georgia. The fucking thing hit Miami. Like, what's wrong with you people? It's a little bit of rain. It's awesome. Brett is asking, am I burnt out on gaming and am I selling everything? No, see, that's the thing. Like, I want to, okay. So after a year, the PlayStation is over because I accumulate a lot of PlayStation stuff this year, but I'm never going to play it. Prices are just about as good as they've been in years. Prices are high, so it's time to sell. And these are games that I'm never going to play. Like the aforementioned Final Fantasy 10, 11, 12, 8, 9. All of them. Yeah, I mean, I'll 7 maybe you'll play. I'll keep 7 just because it's one of those games where like I want to play it. You know what I mean? Eventually I'll get to it. Keys for the PlayStation 2 gone. You know what I mean? Games that people sent me in packages or trades, I'll keep all that stuff. But like, I'll give you an example. I love Metal Gear Solid, the PlayStation 1. Could throw it in, play it anytime. I have it for the GameCube, and the GameCube is like a $50 game. Yeah, there's some changes, things like that, first-person shooter and mode or whatever. But essentially, the Metal Gear Solid I want to play is the PlayStation 1 version. So I don't need to have that in my color. You know what I mean? Like, get rid of it. And if I can make $50 on it, make $50 on it. Right. I try to tell that same thing to Murr. Murr's got $30,000 worth of games he's never going to touch in that room. And I'm like, dude,
add an addition to the house. You know what I mean? Do something. Do something. Take the whole family to fucking Disney World for a month, not a week visit. You know what I mean? Go nuts with that kind of money, and something you're never going to play with. And that's kind of my thing, man. I have no real attachment to it, except for my childhood stuff and about 15 games, man. There's about 15 games that I have that I'm not going to get rid of, and the rest of them, they're up for grabs, buddy. That's why I go to conventions. That's when I first went to the first convention I went to. I found a world of like, oh my God, there's other people who are doing the same thing, and I finally have a fence to get rid of this shit that I'm not playing. You know what I mean? There's a way to move it without having to sit online for 6 months with it. You know what I mean? And you just take it all to a convention, and people show up, and you make some money, and you have a good time, you high five, and you go home.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. And, you know,
yeah. So go ahead.
Go ahead, Rotbergs. I was just gonna say that, you know, you go out and you work so hard to find these games, and yeah, you get them cheap, but like, so Zombies Ate My Neighbors, I got that at a garage sale for $1.
Right.
After twice, you know, it's another $40, $50 game, but it's one of those games. It's like, I don't know if I want to sell this or not. You know what I mean? Like,
well,
my issue is deciding what I would actually want to sell that are games of significant. I'll sell all my Rugrat games, all my Harry Potter games, no problem. You know what I mean? No one gives a damn about those games. But when you come to those decision type games, it's like, how did you make those decisions?
Yeah, so I was gonna say, like, I've been about that the last couple weeks. I can't even bring myself to get rid of like a cheap common game. Like, I find it hard to just let it go. And I'm sure I have like 500 or 1,000 commons that I could just easily play. Even if they were cheap, you know what I mean? Like, that money would be useful.
Yeah. Yeah. We actually have a guard sale hunter, Kyle, you know, has a YouTube channel, fantastic YouTube channel. I need to watch it more, but every month he does like the 30 most profitable things that he sold on eBay, and he shows you what he, you know, and that's another one of those things where you find cool stuff, you know, and you know, you sell it, but you know, he's a younger guy, and he's got pay for college coming up and things like that. So, you know, that's all banking for him, but I'm sure there's stuff that he's bought at, you know, Goodwill, something that he was so cool that he wanted to keep it, but you know, he sold it because he's got ice in his veins, man. He's a straight up killer. Chasing the Classic wants to know if that's Rotbergs in the stream. Yeah, it's the one, the only, the man, the myth, the legend, Captain Crazy Horse, Jason Rotbergs. Yeah, Kyle, I mean, your channel is awesome, man. You should have like 1 billion subscribers.
I've been diversifying my online sales, if that's what you mean. I know a guy who just goes to the Goodwills and buys every remote control they have. Like if it's a TV remote or a stereo remote, whatever's over in that bin. And he just throws up 99-cent auctions online. He did $100,000 in sales last year.
That collection is getting out of control. The oddball control collection is getting ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, there's money to be made, man. I wish I could turn that into a full-time gig. About Trey Fitty says, can't believe the Colts got blown up. Yeah, Colts got blasted by the Rams. Okay. I knew this was going to come up because I'm a huge football fan, and this was literally the worst sports weekend of my life. Thank you, Ohio State, and thank you, Indianapolis, for ruining my entire weekend. Despicable. Brett says, do you think in a few years the gaming market will crash? All this digital stuff is taking over. No need for hard copies. Some kids won't even want NES games. You know, I don't know. I think there's always going to be a collector's market, but I think you're going to get to a point where so many of the collectors have what they want. You know, they've already got their Earthbound, so they don't need to go to a convention and buy it. They've already got their, you know, TurboGrafx 16s and their Neo Geos and all their high-end stuff that nobody's going to buy them. So sellers are not going to have a choice but to lower the prices a little. You know, the markets go up, markets go down. It's just how it works.
It's just supply and
A
demand.
lot of us like older guys, because I'm 39. You know, we like having physical copies because that's all we were used to when we were kids. Nowadays, you kids you can go to GameStop and buy the game in the disc, or you can download it and it's $15 cheaper or whatever it is. So you've grown up, and in your mind, it's okay to have a digital copy. in our minds, it's like, well, what if my console breaks? What if they shut down the server? Well, I have to have my physical copy because I had it when I was a kid, you know. So, what's up, Blaze?
I think it's going to affect the value of the current games that are affected like that. That if you can't play it online anymore, if that's the only way to play it was Call of Duty and it's against your friends and there's no single player campaign, then that game's going to be worthless. You know what I mean? Like it's going to affect modern consoles more than it affects anything that is cartridge based, especially cartridge based. But you know, technology fluctuates and changes. I like downloading games, but I want that physical copy. That's just me.
Yeah. Yeah.
18-year-olds don't buy shit. The 30 and 40-year-old guys right now are the guys buying everything. In the world, at least. But in 15 years, those 18-year-olds will be buying their shit back. It happens in cycles. You know what I mean? It's every generation becomes, you know, once you're 10, you're 10, and everybody does this. And then 10 years later, you're all 20, and you're all doing this. And then 30, you're all back to wanting to be 10 again.
Yeah.
Well, the one thing I want to say about that is, like, 10 years from now, I don't think many people are going to care about Atari 2600, like pre-Nintendo, as much as we care or I care about it. I don't think anybody else is.
Yeah. And I'm a weirdo, dude. Like, my collection consists of, like, strange and oddball shit. Like, I have a couple of the big bangers and a lot of Zelda stuff. But other than that, it's, like, Lethal Weapon and RoboCop games and fucking Predator games. And, you know what I mean? Like, stuff that's movie-based, retarded stuff that's not worth a whole lot. So the stuff that is worth a lot, I really don't care about. I let it go because it's worth a lot. What am I rocking in my vape? What is it called? Something naked mango, something or other like that, and a little bit of Galaxy CBD.
All Things Geek says he just turned 40. No matter how much he try, he cannot get that feeling back that he has as a kid. Yeah.
Try dabs.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's sometimes I turn my lights off in the game room and I pop in like Ninja Gaiden or Ninja Turtles or something, you know, a game we had when we were kids. I sort of get that feeling, you know, like you're younger, but you know, my 7-year-old brother's not sitting next to the, you know, 11-year-old me. You know what I mean? Can I have a turn? No, go fuck yourself. I'm going to tell Dad you said fuck. No, don't do that. You can have a turn. You know what I mean?
It's your turn. Don't tell Mom. It's your turn.
Yeah. Oh. WWE news, rumors, gossip. He says, dope, and is that your favorite juice? My son just got a job at Midwest Vapors. It's like a block away. He can walk there. That's why he likes it.
It's all right, man. I've just started doing this shit. I'm trying to cut back on cigarettes and get rid of cigarettes altogether in my life, which is slowly happening. I was about a pack and a half a day, and now I'm like a pack every 2 days.
Yeah, I quit about 4 years ago.
I haven't had a cigarette in like a week.
It's been a
I'm
couple
doing
times.
good right now.
The longest I went was 1.5 years, and then I broke up with a girl, and I immediately went and bought a fucking carton of cigarettes.
That's how it works out, man. So, okay, so anyway, Ohio State, man. Ohio State crushed me. Their defense, the defensive line played good. The linebackers and defensive backs played horrible. And then the offense, they just couldn't do anything, man. I'm so sick of Ohio State. Oh, we got JT Barrett's the best player. You know, he's the best player in Ohio State history by statistics. And we got this running back duo with Weber and Dobbs. Oh, man, it's going to be crazy. And then nothing. You know, like I'm just so sick of hearing it. And we get it every year in Central Ohio because the expectations are so high. My friend and I were talking about this. You know, at Ohio State, if you lose one game, it's like, you lose 2 games and you're out of the playoffs or you're not going to a big BCS bowl game. That's a wasted season for us. Anybody else, you know what I mean? That's a great season. You go 10-2. Georgia would love to go 10-2 and, you know, play in the SEC championship game. You know what I mean? Like, for us, it's not good enough. So, yeah, and you know, it's funny is I told Brad, because he lives in Oklahoma, I said, you want to put a little game bet on the game, you know, a $20, $30 game? No, cool, man. He had zero faith. He's a fair weather fan is what he is. And I'm not even mad. I'm not even mad that.
The Falcons tried to pull a replay of the Super Bowl and throw it away in the fourth quarter again.
Oh my God, man. That can't be a way of life for them this season.
I didn't watch the whole game, man. I watched like a quarter and a half, and I was like, "That's enough. I'm done."
Yeah.
Y'all already. I'm over football, dude. I'm over it. After that shit, it broke my goddamn heart. I'm done.
All Things Geek says JT is afraid to throw the ball anymore. Yeah, I mean, I don't know about that, but I just think that, if they're going to run the spread offense, the triple option, then run that. If that's who you are, then be that. Don't try. JT doesn't have the arm strength that Cardell Jones had. JT's not throwing the ball on a line 50 yards down the field right in the hands of a receiver like Devin Smith. First of all, we don't have receivers like Michael Thomas or Devin Smith anymore. We got Paris Campbell. What they've done is they've essentially Urban Meyered it. He went out and tried to recruit a bunch of Percy Harvins, and he didn't try and get any David Bostons, Randy Mosses, any of the big guys that can go stride for stride downfield, you know what I mean, and go one-on-one. CaptNRetro got, what'd you do to your Metal Storm, bro?
I found this yesterday at a flea market. Paid $25 for it because it's got a giant hole in the middle of it. But it totally works.
Oh, man.
It's ugly. I'm thinking about trying to get the heat gun out and take the label off and put it on a new cart. But I don't know if I'll wreck it completely if I try and do that. I've never tried that. I've heard of people doing it. And it came with a top loader that I paid $30 for. So $55 between the pair. And 2 controllers and a Tetris. Actually, all these games were in the stack up here. I was cleaning them today. Our offer up down here is good, man. But I got Kirby Adventure, Tetris, and Mario Duck Hunt, Mario 2, Mario 3 for $55 in all.
Nice.
These were all like thrown in. The guy was like, "Man, that Metal Storm, I've seen it go for like $100," and I'm like, "Okay, well, what about those other games?" He's like, "Well, if you buy it all, man, I'll just do. How about $55 for everything?" And I was like, "Okay." So you're saying I paid $30 for a top loader and $25 for a Metal Storm, and the rest was free? That's what
You'll just sell the top loader for twice as much as you paid for it. You'll double your money, and everything else is profit or going in the collection.
Exactly.
Brad wants to know what do you want for that Metal Storm?
I'm keeping it right now because it's my only copy of it at the moment. But when I get another one, I'm one of those guys. I find one, I keep it, and then I get a double, then I get rid of it. But I sold the one in the box at fucking Too Many Games. I had a complete one in the box. It was like super mint. Sold that at Too Many Games, and I had another Lucy that I sold at Southern whatever it was, the place we went to, up Southeastern Retro Convention, whatever it was, in Greenville a couple weeks back.
Wow.
So this one I'm holding on to right now. But I paid $25 for it, so I'll double my money. I'd take $50 for it. I think it's worth $50 even with that hole in it.
I'll try my hand at selling at conventions next year. I got a couple of mine.
I've sold a couple things on Game Flip, Yard Sale Hunter. I sell stuff on Amazon. My store on there is called CaptNRetro, but it's all spelled out like it used to be. CaptAin Retro, all one word.
Capitan. Yeah, Gamer's Manual says he gets that feeling you get kind of nervous when you walk into a yard sale and you see a stack of Nintendo games or a box of Super Nintendo and you're like, oh shit. You know what I mean? Like,
you get the little throat lump, like, is this gonna
yeah.
Are they trying to get me?
First of all, I don't know who invites me into their house, but I get so many people this year that said, hey, I got a Nintendo or whatever. Come check it out. It's in the basement. It's in a box somewhere. I'll go down and find it real quick. And then they're like, oh, you're like, how much you want for it? And they're like, how about $25? Okay, you win. You know what I mean? Like,
I have never sold a Gargoyles Quest 2 Yard Sale Hunter. I've never owned that game. I do have a Game Boy Gargoyles Quest somewhere around here.
I got Gargoyle. Yeah, I can't even talk. I have that game.
Rotberg, I forgot you were here, buddy. What's up? Say something. Jump in the conversation.
Oh, I'm talking, but I had a bad day today. I called out of work today because a dog died like late last night.
Man, I'm sorry.
Yeah, so it sucked.
I had a
I don't
best
know.
friend for years until July of last year when my dog. It's been a year now that my dog's been gone. It fucking sucks. I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, Shad
And I'm
juice.
about to run out of tobacco juice.
That I'm all stocked up on. I don't know why it changes your fucking voice though. Do you notice that when you blow out and try and keep talking, like your voice just falls apart? It doesn't do that with a cigarette. It goes into like super slow motion. Like, listen to this shit. Hold on. Hey, CMRetro, what do you do? I can't fucking talk when it's blowing out. It's ridiculous.
Don't use your boyfriend voice with me.
Yeah, for real. Hey, buddy. Sexy man voice.
Yeah.
Anybody want to dance?
Brad says, bring that Metal Storm to Retropalooza if you find another one.
Yeah, I saw that. If I have it with me, everything will be coming with me to Palooza, I'm sure. I like to bring the whole stack of shit to Palooza most of the times, and just to people make offers. You know what I mean? It's not always for sale, but if they want to make offers on certain things, like the Ghostbusters house, I bring that with me every year, but nobody ever wants to pay me what I want for it.
Yeah.
I love it. That shit's from my childhood. It's missing the flag and it's missing some of the stickers, so I'm looking to upgrade it, to be honest with you. I've seen two at different conventions now that were like complete in the box, and they were both sealed. I don't want it sealed. I just want it in the box, complete. So when I find one, that's the day I'll fucking make a deal and sell that thing to somebody and, flip it.
What's Game Flip?
Game Flip is an app on your phone. It's actually pretty decent, man. It's all kind of different video games for sale. It's just like Offer Up, but it's like all through the phone. You pay through PayPal and you sell it and you ship it, and they take care of all the, make sure this guy has a tracking number, and okay, now did the sale go through? Yes, I got the package. Then you get your money type of thing after the first sale, and I think after that it goes immediately into your account. I haven't tried to sell. I've only sold a couple things on there. Let me pull it up. It's a little remote control sign there. It says Game Flip. It looks like a G with remote control at the top. And there's all kind of shit from modern to retro, and then you can pretty much search anything you want to too, like from Sega Master System doesn't have its own spot in here, or Sega CD, but like you can search those things. There's some guys selling Reggie Jackson baseball and a Global Defense. That's not a bad one. And Pro Wrestling, $9. Sega CD doesn't have its own category, so I've been looking at that. That's my main. I've been going after Sega CD shit again and Sega Master System stuff.
You say there's that one right there that looks like
Sorry, I can't. Hold on. Let me open up that page to see the live feed. Yes, Game Flip, buy and sell.
all right. We're gonna install that.
I've seen some good deals on there. I've also seen some bad pricing. People do what they want.
Yeah. So like I said, I'll probably set up at a couple conventions, like the Atari Computer Enthusiasts of Columbus. They have an annual convention. It's usually small, but it's free for vendors. You just got to tell them how many tables you want.
Right.
So, hey, free table. Go kind of cut our teeth and learn a little bit about the business.
Dude, there's a fucking convention in Ohio like every weekend.
Yeah, there was one this weekend.
Seriously, there's one every weekend basically. Here's a Turtles in Time that just went for $38.50 on there. A complete in-box Dragon's Lair for $15. That's a deal. There's somebody wanting a sealed Donkey Kong Country 2 for $100, a sealed one.
Check this out. See what's going on. I'll do that later. Everybody watch The Walking Dead? Everybody watch season 7 yet?
I gave up after season 2 when they blew up the fucking CDC, and I was like, this show's retarded. I didn't like Rick's wife cheating on him with his partner. I never liked that, so that storyline rubbed me the wrong way. I didn't like that character. You gotta
do what you gotta do in the zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, you gotta do who you gotta do when you're married. That's why I ain't been married. I have a loyalty bone in my body, and you fucking cross it and I'll kill you. That's my problem. That's why I'm single. Most of them cross that loyalty line.
dicking around here, this goddamn invite.
I was gonna say, Atari prices are really hard to learn. Like I'm still learning it. Some of it doesn't really make sense because you could have a cheap game, and just because you have the box, it could mean $100 or two. You know what I mean? Like so, there's like the reasoning behind the prices kind of screws with you, and like there's so many thousands of them and so many different variants. It's like you need to get like a book or just study it forever.
Atari ST shit is expensive, right? Am I wrong? I don't know Atari stuff at all. I've never had one as a kid, so we didn't play it. I was a Magnavox Odyssey kid. But I know Murr collects Atari ST games. And I'm pretty sure there's some expensive ones there. And expensive like 5,200 and 7,800 games possibly, but not really a whole lot of expensive 2,600 games.
Yeah, I don't think there's that many.
CM, what do you know about Atari, yo?
We had an Atari. I'm pretty sure it was a 7800 because I remember having some 2600 games and some 7800 games, but we didn't have two consoles. But it might have been we had a 2600 Junior, and I'm just remembering it wrong. But you know, I had playing Pole Position and Jungle Hunt, you know, stuff like that. We had this game called Crossbow. It's sort of like a first-person shooter. It was not first-person shooter, but it was like you know, like Baby Boomer, where the characters go across the street, the screen, shoot objects that are trying to fall on them, and you know, shoot little bridges, you know, switches that drop bridges so they can cross and stuff like that. So I'm just kind of checking this out here. This game flip.
Have you made your own character on the Major League Baseball game yet?
Yeah, I mean, well, I did. So this is what I want out of my experience, right? I want to be able to pop it in and then pick a team and just play as a team, you know, or like the dynasty mode where you
franchise mode.
But the create the player and then, you know, work your way up, you know, through AAA, AA, single A, and you know, whatever. I don't like that at all. Because I know you're only playing like your at bats and then
your position in the field if it's coming to you.
Yeah, and it's like, but it's like this is taking forever. Like I'm done with it.
Yeah, it's a lot of hit A, hit X, and you know, get to the next screen and get to the next screen and get. But that's what I'm playing right now. I like playing. My guy's name is Rip Fartswell the third, and he's fucking killer, dude. He's a monster third baseman. He's playing for the Reds right now.
Yeah. Got called up?
I just hit a stand-up triple. Yeah, I got called up like 2 days ago.
Nice.
I've hit 2 grand slams for him already. I'm a beast. He's a big old fat white dude with a giant beard that is as fast as fucking Billy Hamilton.
That's hilarious.
Steals a lot of bases. He shouldn't be stealing.
I still got to learn how to maneuver the runners, right? So, you know, say you got a guy on first and you hit one in the gap, and you want the guy to go from second to third.
You got to tell which one to do it.
Not the guy to go from first to second.
Right. You got to hit the button. Like the bases have, you know, circle and triangle and square on them. You got to tell, you know, the fucking circle one to go to triangle, or you got to hit R1 for individual runners while you're pointing at them with the stick. It's a pain in the ass, to be honest with you. When you got more than 2 guys on base, just use the buttons, the L1 and the R1. Everybody go back, everybody go forward.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing. But, you know, you get those times where it's like you want that guy to go from second to third because
he can tag up and make it, yeah.
Yeah, there's only 1 out or, you know, something. And all right, so Blaze, I'm trying to get you in, bro, but again, I think we had this problem last time. You're getting that 403 error. Are you on Google Chrome? That's the first thing. Because if you're going to be on a Google Hangout and I'm sending the link to your Google Mail, you want to be on Google Chrome to get the best, you know. And then when I had that, when I was using Microsoft, you know, Windows or whatever, Explorer, and I got that error, I actually had to close out of everything on my computer and restart it. And when I came back, I was able to use it. Oh, you're using the phone app for iPhone. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that, bro. Yeah, Brett's saying when you're younger, your imagination fills in kind of the blanks parts of the game, and as a we overanalyze it, and we notice the flaws more. Yeah, open world games are never the same. Yeah, I don't know. I've never really been a fan of those super huge collectathon type games. You know, like you would get on N64. I just want to play. You know what I mean? Upgrade a little bit, get through a level, get a new weapon, take that weapon in the next level, upgrade a little bit. You know. So, yeah, so it's cool, man. Okay, I'm pretty excited about this Sunday night baseball. I like it. I used to watch Sunday Night Baseball all the time with Joe Morgan.
Me too.
Da, 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 da.
It's like the only time I get to watch any team that's not the Braves. You know what I mean? Like it's Sunday Night Baseball.
Yep.
When I was a kid, I'd watch any game that was on, though. It didn't matter if it was my team or not. Nowadays, it's like, if I'm going to watch something, I better have a vested interest in the team.
Yeah. I don't mind. I'll watch pretty much anything.
I used to like watching college baseball World Series when I was in college. Beyond, like, that shit was great every year. And the Little League World Series, when they do that on ESPN, that shit's great.
Yeah.
Where baseball matters when you're 10 years old.
Yeah. Every time I think of like Little League World Series and stuff, I think of that episode of South Park. Bad Dad.
They're trying to blow it? Yeah.
They're all trying to lose so they can get on with their summer.
Yeah. He can hit it where he wants to. He can hit it right to our gloves. Make us out. I am Bat Dad.
Bad Dad.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought this was America.
Thought this was America. Hilarious.
Yeah, that's a great episode. On the South Park pinball thing, on that Zen pinball game that you have to take on Bat Dad, there's one of the missions is, take on Bat Dad.
That's funny.
There's some really good tables on that thing. I don't know if you've played any of the Zen pinball machines, but there's a bunch of, I just picked up the Marvel collection, Epic collection of Marvel tables. So it's got like Amazing Spider-Man and Venom and Blade and stuff like that. But there's a bunch of cool stuff that are based on other movies and TV shows and stuff and different characters. They make good stuff. There's an Archer table and a American Dad and a Bob's Burgers and a Family Guy table, and
nice.
They're all fun.
Smash JT, what's up? Is that on the physical copy or just on their PSN store?
I don't know if they have a physical copy though. I have a physical copy of 3 different fucking pinball collections for PS4. One is the Marvel collection I just picked up. One is the Stern collection, and then the other one is just pinball, whatever it is. Pinball
yeah, that Stern Pinball Arcade that's not to find at the stores. You can buy it on eBay or whatever, but
right.
But yeah, I've got Pinball Arcade Season 1, Stern Pinball Arcade, and then the Stern Pinball Arcade Season 2 is actually came out in the PAL region, but it's Canada, USA compatible.
That's nice.
Yeah, if you ever see that one, let me grab it real quick.
Did you see there's a preview that just hit online like a couple days ago of like a Jaws table and an ET table. They're making a couple different things that'll be coming out soon for the Pinball Arcade or whatever it is.
Yeah, so see, it's got the PAL rating on it, the PEGI. It's pretty cool. And then so I went to get my
where the fuck did you get that?
My monthly subscription or my PSN whatever subscription or whatever. What's up, Smash JT? But I got this at a convention. Paid the guy that owns a game store at $20 on it. I said, "Just take 15." He's like, "Yeah, sure." But yeah, it says right on the side. You're not going to be able to see that, but it says "C USA," so it's Canada and USA compatible on a PAL game.
Can I order that on Amazon?
Probably. But it's got Terminator 2, Centaur, Champion Pub.
Nice.
And then I got Adam's Family, which is digital only.
I've downloaded a bunch of tables. I've got Adam's Family, Twilight Zone, all the Elvira tables, Monster Party, No Good Gophers, High Speed, and whatever the other one's called. There's a part 2 of High Speed, The Chase, or something like that.
Yeah, they're tons of fun to play. I played a session of Medieval Madness earlier, man.
Love it.
Shit was weak.
And of course I have Medieval Madness. I mean, come on. There's a guy selling one near me, dude, that he wants $8,000 for an original Medieval Madness table, which I've seen him go for 10 or more. But I just don't have $8,000 to go throw in another damn pinball machine like right off the bat. But had I known that some asshole was going to put one up for sale, I wouldn't have bought the Ghostbusters table. I'd have held out and bought the damn Medieval Madness table.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just getting ready to leave the garage, man. Whenever I'm still waiting on my license to come in the mail from the state, but whenever it does, then I'm going to take it and put it at a bar and see what happens. I'll be filming episodes from the bar every now and then of like, hey, this is pinball night at the bar or whatever. They're wanting to do like a weekly tournament type thing on it. I mean, it'll be there perpetually, but they want me to come run like a pinball tournament thing with it.
Nice.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes. Again, baby steps into owning my own barcade. Baby steps. See if the machines even do any money.
So look at this app. There's like, they sell Steam and PC download editions for like $1.79. Can I filter that out? Give a damn about Steam. You can Steam these nuts. All right, we'll play with that later. Yeah, so the Buckeyes let me down, and then the Colts got shellacked. They got housed.
Dude, they got fucking backup quarterback fucked. That guy threw like 4 picks. Did he 2 picks immediately? And it was a bad day for that dude.
Just get one of those wide receivers or kick returners that played a little quarterback in high school and just run the Wildcat.
For real.
You know what I mean?
Call up the best high school team in town and see if that kid's available this weekend.
You can't throw an interception if you don't throw the ball.
The fucking, speaking of, the reverse of that is what the Chicago Bears were trying to do to the Falcons that fourth. They didn't run the ball once in the fourth quarter.
Jesus.
It was incredible. And the Falcons were basically playing a prevent defense from the third quarter on, so they were just eating up all the yards on the little 10 and under passes they wanted to do left and right. It was ugly.
I hate that prevent defense, man. It makes me nervous.
It makes me sick, and that's what it cost us the fucking Super Bowl, except for Dan, not taking a fucking timeout and kicking a field goal, you dumbass. Fucking coach. Oh, let's not talk about it.
Yeah, brutal. Opening old wounds.
They were doing right before the game against Chicago. The Chicago Stadium had like 28-3 on the damn jumbotron up there. Like that was the score, they came back from to beat us. 28-3. We got this. No, we don't.
Craig.
Yeah, you're right. This creative player mode is just a lot of hurry up and wait, is what it feels like.
I mean, that's perfect for, a 16-year-old kid that doesn't have to go to school during the summer and can just, put in 2-3 hours a day.
Yeah, I mean, it takes you about, from my recollection, it takes about 40-45 minutes to play a 9-inning game. I mean, that's what if you're looking to play, if you want to play and sit down and play a full game, it's going to be about a 40-minute process at least to just get through like a 9-inning game. So, and then that's not counting extra innings or, if you're taking every pitch and working full counts every at bat, you know what I mean? Like, I don't do that shit. I just go up there and swing and try and make stuff happen every time.
Oh yeah.
There's like a frozen rope to right field gap. That's going to be 3, baby. Get there. Get on your horse, fat man. Oh, somebody got gunned at the plate, but I got 3.
All right, Chris. All right, Captain. I'm gonna get going. I gotta gotta work and do my exercising thing. It's been killing me.
All right, Roddy.
All right, man.
All right. Yeah. So I'll try to jump on your guys' streams if I'm not around for a while, because holding up soon. All right.
Word up.
All right. Good night, guys.
All right, man. Take it easy.
Later.
Just pull the plug out of it. Just pull the plug.
What is the topic du jour? Is there a topic of the day?
No, I was just talking about how frustrating my football teams were this weekend, and then selling a collection. And year of the PlayStation video will be out Friday. We got our thing on Sunday.
That was the majority of my big $200 score. I would say was PS1 titles, complete in box PS1, and a lot of loose PS1 too.
Yeah.
And then PS2 and Dreamcast are pretty much tied for the second amount, and then Xbox, a couple Wii games, shitloads of consoles and cables and controllers, but over 2,000 individual title games, and probably 400 or 500 doubles of sports crap that I've already taken. There's a place in town I found out about called Kapow Comics and Games over in Cumming. And they will take, which is the worst name for a fucking city.
Yeah.
Cumming, Cumming. They'll give you a quarter for anything. So I went and took like 370 something games up there and got a quarter a piece for them. And turned that into a Mega Man 5 and a couple other things they had sitting in their case that I was like, ooh, I'll take that and I'll take that.
So you took all your shitty sports games in there and traded it and got a Mega Man 5 and stuck them with the
shelves full of Madden
tour tennis.
Yeah, crap. And had I known about that place, the day before, I'd already taken a load of like the Xbox. I went through Xbox stuff first, and I had taken a giant load of Xbox stuff to Goodwill and dropped it off. Like, there's a giant bomb of shitty sports titles at my local Goodwill because of me. And had I known I could have gotten a quarter a piece for them, I probably could have got another $100 in trade-in value there. That sucks. But you live and you learn.
Oh, Ty White says the topic should be Brad's musty-ass cum-drenched black sheet tapestry.
Ooh, that sounds horrifying.
Yeah.
What's up, Ty White?
That sounds like it sneaks up on you in the middle of the
stream. Was he working
a TV or something?
I took a giant load at Cumming. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly,
Michael, you're not wrong.
I dropped off a giant load in Cumming.
Yeah. Did you feel less stressed? Why is Rotberg's picture still on the thing? Is he still here?
He's partying.
What is he doing? Yeah, I don't know. Jason saying he has to sleep. Tell you why you're still at work, man. Somebody was asking about you earlier, making sure you're okay. Michael, what did you think of Metal Jesus's Beach House? I didn't watch it. Like, brother, just show me the pickup videos. Show me the hidden gem videos. That's what I want to see. This goddamn dicking around. I broke my GameCube. I don't care.
Well, that video I did kind of like because he was explaining that there is he basically found a fucking flaw in that guy's thing. It was like, this thing caused it to short out my entire machine. So if you buy these, look out for this.
Yeah.
So that video I kind of liked, actually. I like a lot of Metal Jesus Rock stuff. I like that he collects big box computer games. That's different, you know.
I get a GameCube HD adapter. That thing was sweet looking. Like if the side by sides of when he showed Rogue Leader.
Yeah, they look great.
Looked amazing.
Which might be the only way to play the certain games like that now, you know, on an HD TV, because the like a Nintendo 64 needs that shit hardcore. You need an HD.
Now you're starting to get into TVs that don't have component or composite. It's all HD and USB based. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I mean, how am I going to plug my GameCube into an HDMI slot, or like you're saying, an N64 or something?
You need a frame meister for one of the isn't that what it's called, a frame meister? One of those things that can upgrade the shit to AV or whatever it is. Maybe a frame meister's for recording video. I don't know.
Yeah. Brad and what's that? Ty White. Ty White's telling Michael going through a lot of shit, but the old hurricane, man. We're just getting pounded. South United States.
I don't know if y'all know Kingsley, but that motherfucker's a straight up boss, dude. He was out there in a boat day one, like rescuing people in a boat and rescuing animals and shit in Houston.
Nice.
The guy that I bought my Wii U kiosk from and traded him a bunch of Sega Master System games. Good dude. They actually did like a local news story on him and stuff too, but he was all like, what about the other people that I was with, man? There was other people helping out. Like, that's the kind of guy he is, that somebody does a goddamn news story on him, and he's like, what about the other people that were in the boat with me? That's the kind of guy I strive to be, but I'll never be that humble. I picked up the Uncharted collection because of you.
For PS4?
Yes, sir. It's fucking great.
Yeah, good times, man.
I had played them all, years ago on when they came out, type of thing. The first 3 or whatever, but I hadn't played them since then. And the first one is what I'm on. I think I'm on chapter like 11 or 12 of the first Drake. What is it? Drake's something. Drake's Treasure. Drake's Fortune. And the controls are shit. But you can tell, like, you can just see from I had just beaten Uncharted 4. Like, so to go from Uncharted 4 to Uncharted 1 was like a step into a shit portal. Like, oh man, they didn't get this shit right until at least game 2 probably. But it's cool to play those things. Like I dig going back and seeing, where the series started and their abilities. That's a Naughty Dog is pretty cool, man. That's a cool little company.
They're knocking it out of the park, man. What's up, Nathaniel Sanders? What's going on? And I'd forgot. I was watching a video on Ratchet and Clank for the PS4, which is another amazing game for under $20. It's ridiculous. Like if you had $40 in your pocket or $20 in your pocket, how many good games you could go into GameStop and actually get? I was watching a video on Ratchet and Clank, and apparently back in the PS4 day or PS2 days or something, Naughty Dog, owned the rights to Crash Bandicoot, and they ended up selling them to finance basically like Jak and Daxter, Ratchet and Clank. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I'm like, wow.
Yeah, they leveraged their only hit to make more games.
Yeah, and I get it, man. And that's what we were talking about. You sell your collection, you sell your baby. But if you can get all this in return, you know what I mean? It's totally worth it. And I get it. I see how they play similar too. Oh
yeah. I had forgotten. I just replayed Uncharted. I played Uncharted 4 when it first came out, and I sold it after beating it. One of those, I'm not going to hold on to this. I'll get it another 8 months to a year or whatever. And I forgot about the Crash Bandicoot level in it where they're sitting there at the couch playing Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. And then there's, you collect those treasures. There's a Wampa fruit.
Hey.
It's one of the collectible treasures, which is cool. And then there's also a Firefly pendant that you can pick up in one of the caves somewhere.
Dude, have you seen I don't know if you ever played the original, but have you seen the preview for Beyond Good and Evil 2?
No, I still haven't played the first one yet.
I played the first one on my Xbox years and years ago, and I really liked it. I don't think I beat it, but it was one of those, like, I got into it, and then something else in my life happened where I couldn't go back and finish it. But like,
is that one of those games like Heavy Rain where it's like kind of a choose your own adventure?
It's a little choose your own adventure-y. It's more like it's got like that. You remember? Have you played Metroid Prime?
No, not really. I mean, I played it for like 5 or 10 minutes. So
It's got like a scanning feature like that game has, like where you scan everything. You're taking pictures of everything in the environment, and it helps you learn about the animals and like how you can defeat things better. And you're collecting photography stuff, and it's a mystery game. It's a real long storyline. It's very noirish and but in the future, and like you're driving around these little hover boats and shit. Like it's a real little world and a lot of shit to do. And I don't remember ever beating it, but I remember thinking this game is fucking incredible. And at that point, I'd probably paid $5 for it or whatever it was, somewhere used, and thought, damn, this game I'd never heard of it when I bought it. I liked the picture on the front. The girl, I was like, ooh, there's a girl and a pig. This looks good and interesting. Let's play it. And it was. So the trailer for the new one looks fucking awesome. Look up the trailer for the new one. It looks like just the graphically, it's beautiful and impressive.
It's a game on the PS3 that I wanted to get. There's only like a couple games on PS3 that I'd actually like to get. Is William Dafoe is one of the voice actors in that, right? Is he one of the characters in that?
Yeah, I think Willem Dafoe's in that.
That's pretty awesome.
Maybe he's the voice of the pig. I'm not sure. Maybe he's the bad guy in that movie or in that game.
Because he was the voice of the bad guy in 007 Everything or Nothing for the 6th gen console. Again, that's a great game, man.
I picked up like 4 copies of that in this bundle. I got a bunch of those, a bunch of 007 Nightfire, which is also a fucking fantastic game, especially on the GameCube. 007 Nightfire. Play that. You'll love it. I got a copy of GoldenEye Rogue Agent too. I never played that one. Which is a sequel to the first GoldenEye, possibly. But how I mean that GoldenEye itself is just an amalgam of different Bond levels. You know what I mean? It's not really a game.
Yeah, it's
like a storyline.
It's like 007 Legends for the PS3.
Yeah, it's like here's different movies and different things that happen in different movies, and here's a couple bad guys from them.
Okay, so that's what Legends is.
The Saboteur. Have you played the Saboteur?
No.
I dig that shit, man. Like you're in black and white Nazi Germany, and it's kind of Grand Theft Auto-y, but you're working with the resistance and trying to turn back, the bad guys. And every place you unlock, like gets color back in the world, and it brings color back into the game, and it's fucking awesome, dude. Like very surrealistic type of. I'm a big fan of art styles and how games look. So the storyline becomes secondary to me sometimes. That game storyline isn't the greatest, but the art style is awesome.
Nice. Chris Morelli, what's going on, man? Thanks for stopping by the live stream. And we are joined by Blaze Overclock. What's going on, brother?
I just was finally able to get into it. So
he overclocked it.
Settings.
Yeah. Are you using dial-up internet? Is that what the problem was?
No. Gosh, I don't know. I just set everything to direct invite only, and then
were you trying to get on using AOL? Because you're probably too young, but us old guys remember where
online. Yeah,
you get like a magazine, like Time or something, and in the magazine was a little 45-hour disc or whatever you could put in your computer and it'd boot up AOL. You put in your
CD boxes,
information,
serial boxes, stuff like that.
So, Robert Payne, got to bring up what I said earlier. Yeah, a good Thundercats game would be awesome, man. Wait.
Yeah. By the way, this was the haunting grounds I was talking about on the one of your earlier streams, CM.
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome.
It yet.
Send that to me. You should send that to me for free because I'm a good dude.
Oh man, I don't know. Maybe if you send me a Fire Emblem game for free.
Yeah, I might trade you that actually.
Yeah, it's like if you have either one on the Wii or GameCube, I'll just do a straight trade for either one of those. Yeah.
What's your favorite game that you've never beaten?
Oh boy,
Battletoads.
Probably that'll probably
like
next year though.
XCOM Enemy Within.
Okay.
I haven't beaten this game yet, but I will beat it.
I'm working my way through one of mine right now.
Sunshine.
Never fucking beaten this game. I'm started from scratch. I'm in the very first couple levels again, and I'm falling all back in love with it all over again, except for the fucking camera. Oh, the camera's a pain in the ass.
Yeah, that's the market case I'm going to bring to the next Portland Retro Gaming Expo to get signed, because I have Galaxy 1 and 2, so I'm bringing Sunshine next.
Nice.
Yeah. I haven't made Mario Galaxy 3, so I can't bring that yet.
Well, Universe is coming, buddy. Universe is coming, and we will see how that stacks up.
I'll be right back.
Yeah. I hope it'll be good. Oh, man. So did you take advantage of the GameStop thing, Kevin?
What GameStop thing?
If
Apparently I didn't.
You get an extra 60%, that sort of thing.
Oh, no, not anytime soon. I haven't done that. I'm sure Murray's all over it. I wonder where Emceemer is tonight.
Yeah, he's a cool guy. He's like the only one that shows up on my streams. So
Murray's, dude, if I saw that your streams were up, I would be on them. I got 2,000 goddamn subscribers looking at my shit, or like I'm looking at people's things all day long. Every time I click it, it's like 19 new things that I missed have gone up, and I'm like, what? Look, watch it. This one.
Yep.
It's almost becoming too much. It's almost becoming too much. Like I need to like go through and cull my fucking subscriber list of what I watch, because I don't get to watch everything I'm subscribed to at all.
Yeah, I get that. It's like wanted to support him, but then you don't watch any of their stuff.
Yeah. And the backlog of games is getting thick over here again, of like stuff that I definitely want to sit down and play. And so like I've taken my best. I haven't done a fucking YouTube show in like 2.5 weeks, maybe 3 weeks now, of like an actual CaptNRetro show. I don't give a fuck. I'll make one when I want to make one. I've got a lot of stuff to show people. I could maybe do that. But I could do one big episode of like an hour long. Here's everything I found in the last month and a half that's been retarded, because I thought I'd cleaned out my whole room, but I have basically filled that room back up.
Yeah, it's like, I just bought sneakers for the original Xbox just because it said it was a Toys R Us exclusive. So
yeah, there's the problem. Like, I don't have those problems. I just find bundles of shit, and I fucking end up buying every damn thing I find.
Yeah.
I don't go looking for specific anything anymore.
Yeah, it's just kind of whatever stumbles across your path.
Like, these shelves in here, all these 2 shelves were clear and clean when that guy bought all my shit from me, and now they are all full again with an assortment of different games. This is a whole box of Dreamcast shit down here. This is a whole thing of Xbox games that are loose. That's loose PS2. I paid $200 for the bottom end of this guy's collection out of a closed down store. Here's a whole thing of PS1 games and loosies and completes. And boxes full of cables and cords.
That's awesome to me.
Couple Genesises. It's ridiculous, dude. And like, I've been going through it for the last week and a half. There was a couple Super Nintendo games in it, a Magic Sword, a Super Ghouls and Ghosts. I got a Predator 2 to go with my Predator 2 doll.
Did you give him like $1,000 or something?
Do what?
Did you give him like $1,000 or something?
I paid $200, dude, for the entire thing. It was an offer up deal. I'm making an episode about it. I filmed the encounter. It blew my fucking mind. Like, I just sold all that shit for a huge chunk of change. And it's almost all, with the exception of the Nintendo part, it's pretty much all back over there on that shelf now for $200.
Jeez.
Well, the boxed stuff you see here, I kept from my original stuff from the original sale, but all this stuff is Nintendo shit I have found again in the last month and a half. There's some more in here, and there's a whole another box of shit to go through that I picked up a couple days ago. Got a fucking Lone Ranger, another G.I. Joe, another G.I. Joe there, another Shadow of the Ninja.
Yeah, we got like 7.
Ghostbusters 2.
I need that G.I. Joe, man.
You need that G.I. Joe?
Yeah, what are you looking for in trade?
I don't know. This is just a game only. It's in like a collector case kind of thing that the guy had. But it's it's nice too. It's a nice one. What's this thing go for? About $50 right now, right? Something like that.
Yeah, it's like I got a multiple.
What Sega CD shit you got, if any?
I don't have any Sega CD shit. I got Paul's Brutal Paws or something.
Brutal Paws. Yeah, Paws of Fury.
Yeah, it's the back art and the disc.
Got a fucking Batman. Fucking Batman. And I picked up another copy of Earthbound Uncut, which is a ROM hack of the Japanese version of Earthbound with all the shit that was taken out, put back in, and all the translations done right. And I know Dan was watching earlier, and I bet Dan needs this.
Maybe.
I don't have the game, but I have a box for him. Disney Sports Skateboarding.
Like this, my entire Sega CD collection is just NBA Jam, Echo the Dolphin, Thunderstrike, and Sonic CD cardboard. That's it.
You guys watch Secret Game Stash? I watched Juan's new video, and he picked up Revolution Disney mix for PlayStation 1. That game.
Yeah, that's a rare one. I don't know how expensive it is.
Mario one yet.
Same thing as the Disney football and shit. Like the Disney football and Disney baseball or basketball, one of the two.
I got football.
Those are hard to find games, dude. It's not that they're super expensive, but they're just not out there.
Yeah, like I haven't beaten this one either, and I meant to, and I got like halfway through it, but I never beat DDR Mario Mix.
Who was that said that? Yeah, Lucky Collector, dude. I mean, I couldn't help it. I saw an ad and I answered it, and the dude was like, "Come on, come get it." And I drove out there, and my mind was blown. I was like, "You only want $200 for all this? Okay, okay."
My money.
And I haven't done a full figure yet, but I would guess there was somewhere around $5,000 to $6,000, maybe $7,000 worth of inventory if I wanted to piece it all out and sell it all individually, which I've done a lot of piecing it out already. But there's still two boxes up under the pinball machine of Xbox cables and Xbox 360, power bricks and Wii collections of like all the cables you need to make a Wii work. And you know what I mean? Like it's retarded.
Man, it's like I'm trying to think if I have like any empty cases that I could ask about PS1 disc only stuff for.
That's what I'm saying. Like if you got any empties, I've got a lot of loosies. All the cases you saw in that box are complete. I didn't have any cases that didn't go with PS1 games, but I definitely have some cases that don't go with GameCube stuff and games for PS2 and Xbox that I kept a couple amounts of cases. But pretty much it was like somebody had gone into a video game store and ripped every game box off the wall and threw them in a box, and then went behind the counter and pulled out the drawer with all the loosies in the thing and dumped them in a couple boxes, and I ended up with all that shit for $200.
Nice.
Oh, man. Yeah, the only case I have is for Final Fantasy Tactics, but it's greatest hit, so that's about it.
I did not get but the thing was, like, the guy that I got it from had obviously gone through and picked all the big time bangers and shit out of it. But yeah. I was left with stacks of $5, $7, $10 games, not in a bunch of $1 to $2, $3 games. But still, a couple big ones. A couple ones like a $40 game here and there. There's a couple things in the GameCube stack that were better, like Pokemon Coliseum was in there, and a couple other things complete. A Smash Brothers.
Was it Melee or Brawl?
Melee.
Wow.
It's
like that dropped a little bit. It's still way up there.
There's a shop here in town that wants, and I think they want too much money, but I kind of gotta want to go buy it anyway. They want $180 for that fucking PS4 Night Trap.
What?
The super limited like big box one, you know. And he's got a Wonder Boy there too. And then this I saw on my local offer up too. Can you see this shit?
Let me give you a big screen. Hold on. What was that?
It's a broken Switch busted in half. And it's like video games, normal wear. I played 1-2 Switch with it, and that's it. Yeah, sure you did. You broke it in half, you freak.
They're asking.
Here's the picture of the Metal Storm being found with the in the top loader, and it had a hole. I was like, "Did you shoot that thing with a BB gun, man?" He's like, "I don't know how that happened. My buddy did that."
Oh man!
Tell your buddy's a dumbass.
Yeah, your buddy's a diphthong. The guy that's gonna paint my pinball machines for me. Here's some of his paintings. I don't know if you can see that, but he did a couple cool Zeldas.
Oh, that's pretty good.
And he's gonna do like the side art on my pinball machines and a couple of my multicades that I'm gonna make. I'm gonna make like a CaptNRetro standardized, print out vinyl sheet, and he's gonna design it for me. And it'll be like when I build somebody a multicade, that'll be the artwork on the side. Nice. Also, be on the lookout for a game called World of Outlaws Sprint Cars 2002 for the PlayStation 2 because it goes for almost $30, and I couldn't believe it. It was in this stack of bullshit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It sold within about 8 minutes of me putting it on Amazon.
That's kind of weird, but okay.
Yeah, be on the lookout for terrible games.
Well, it's like FIFA 2005 for the PlayStation 1. Super late release PlayStation game. It's like a $40 game. It's a FIFA.
Yeah. This is the.
I thought that was MLB baseball, but
this was the listing for that thing that I picked up. Video game junk, $200, and it's like a bunch of boxes of shit. And that was the only.
Oh man, I would have totally rushed over there just.
In the picture, I could see the one thing I could see was like a stack of Wii. Look like sealed in the box Wii plugs. They go for about $30 if you want the power cord and the sensor bar and the AV cable. It's about $30 to buy all those things together. And I was like, "There's about 5 of those in that box." Let's go see. Let's go see what this idiot's rolling with. That was on September 3rd.
All right, Rotbergs. Thanks. Bye, man. You're gonna go. You're finally gonna leave. That's cool. Go to sleep, man. I know you work hard. It's tiring sitting in your game room surrounded by so much awesomeness. Yeah, Lucky Collector says, look out for Game Shark's action replays for Game Boy Advance. I didn't even know they made action replays.
Oh, yeah, Game Sharks are crazy expensive.
He said, I got a new truck, everybody. Did y'all see my new truck?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I think 4 or 5 years ago, I sold one for $30 for the Game Boy Advance. So,
Sweet.
I imagine it's worth more now.
I went to Dragon Con and saw this chick dressed as Samus, and it was pretty dope.
Yeah, did you go from 6 to midnight?
I was there all day long, like 3 days straight, man. It was retarded. Drunk as could be. And this girl made her own like Bokoblin helmet, like her hiding mask for Breath of the Wild. I was like, that's awesome. You people are so fucking talented. I am not.
Yeah, buddy, when I saw that video, I was like, I would be nestled right up to that Bud Light truck. every little thing that walks by, hey, how you doing? You stay at the hotel or what's going on?
Yeah, it's hard to be it has to be hard to be in a relationship when that shit's in town because I had a good time. Let's just put it that way.
Oh, man. So I have about 120 in GameStop credit. Do you think I should try the online route, see if I could get any of those games with the case and just return any that are disc only, just for like PS1 and stuff?
I mean, I don't know how GameStop's online stuff works. I haven't bought any retro stuff from them, but no is what I would say.
I would just go on the assumption that if you're buying a disc-based game, you're going to get disc only, and just be happy if it comes in a case. You're going to buy a cartridge game, just expect to get the cartridge only. You know what I mean? If you get the manual and box, it's a bonus.
Yeah, I'm just kind of thinking of just like rolling the lottery on that, just because it's burning a hole in my pocket.
But can't you take it to, like, if you order it from GameStop and it's not what you want, you can take it back to the GameStop.
Yeah, you could just return it immediately. If it's
well, then that's not. I mean, that's really low risk if you think about it. Because I have a GameStop that's like 4 traffic lights away, so that's not really.
Yeah, I just noticed Mega Man Legends, I think 1 for 20 and 2 for 30. So I'm just kind of like
pick up 2.
Yeah.
But if it's disc only, it's about 30. But if you got it complete in the box, it's about 80.
Yeah. So it's just kind of like
Lucky Collector says just keep buying it and returning it until you get what you want.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like I'll just buy 5 copies. I'll keep the one that came with the case. It might work. I don't know.
With their crack team of experts that are spotting fake games and cleaning and testing everything.
Oh yeah, for sure. Oh man, I just feel bad for those field display bins I see. You know, all those disc only games that they just wreck.
Murray can't get on the stream. His power's out at his house, so he would be in here hanging out and talking to everybody. So he says hi.
Oh no. Hope
Hi,
he's
Murray.
okay.
Yeah, he said their power's been out for about an hour. Comcast sucks and it never survives a storm. They blow anus. Give everyone my best. They blow anus. That motherfucker sends me texts that make me laugh so hard that I have to pull over sometimes. Like I was driving from Athens like 2 days ago picking up some stuff, and I honest to God I had to pull it. Like thank God I needed gas because I was laughing so hard that my eyes were tearing up, and it was like sunny, and I was like I can't see. I'm like I'll pull over, get some gas. Don't read any more of Murray's goddamn texts while driving. I can hear his voice in it. It's because I know him so well. Like I can hear when I read what he writes, I read it in his voice in my head, and it kills me.
Like the affliction that he puts on.
Yes, the anger and the spite and the way he wraps his mouth around words. And I read just like that, and it cracks me up.
I like when he's like, and who is making these games? Like,
Yeah.
does that move?
It's very Seinfeldian. Who are these people? He's almost got that tinge to his voice, but yeah. Who does that?
That expression on his face.
It's classic.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey Kevin, do you remember like seeing any like 2D fighters like Tekken or Soul Calibur or any of that in the disc only stuff?
There is a Tekken, the original Tekken, first Tekken.
Okay.
And I think a Soul Calibur on PS2 was with the case, but I definitely have a Soul Calibur as well.
Okay. Yeah, the original
Soul Calibur.
Tekken is pretty cool. I haven't found that yet.
You need it?
I have Tekken 1 through 6, so I still got to get 7, but
Taking these nuts.
but yeah, I know that goes for a little bit.
I don't think it goes for much. I think it's a $5 Lucy. I could be wrong. First
I think
Tekken
you
on
are,
PS1. Game value now. I've been using that a lot more than price charting lately.
Oh, yeah, I just go to eBay sold listings just for anything.
Yeah, that's what game value now is really good at that. They do the work for you. Let's see. Tekken. PS1.
Did you say there was loose GameCube games in there?
There were some loose GameCube games. And a lot of boxed GameCube games and a bunch of empty GameCube boxes. So there were some, like a lot of the things were like fake artwork, you know, the place had apparently, and I did get some information about the guy. When I make my episode, you'll see it. But there was a store in Commerce, Georgia called Techno Gurus that shut down 4 years ago. And this guy's story was the dude that owns that, he's buddies with and has been for a couple years. And he finally decided to clean out his garage and all the stuff from his old video game store, and he was just giving it away. So this guy had already gotten rid of Nintendo and Super Nintendo and 64. He had gotten rid of all the cartridge stuff through friends of his, and this guy is one of them. And this dude said he went over there about a year and a half ago and picked up a whole bunch of video game stuff. And in the last year, he's been playing some and getting rid of some, and his wife finally told him to get rid of the rest of it. And that was the story I got. So it all came from a store called Techno Gurus that used to be in Commerce, Georgia. Complete, it's showing game value now. It's showing $12.84 for Tekken 1. Loose, it's $5.63, which is right around what I thought, about $5. If you've got a single graded one,
Box that's expensive, so might be what
I know my GameCube cases and manuals. They don't have games in it. I got Star Fox Adventure, Robotech Battle Cry, Mario Baseball, Super Monkey Ball, Bomberman Jetters, Tony Hawk American Wasteland.
Those are all empty boxes.
All-Star Baseball 2003.
Hold on a second. I'll be right back.
Harry Potter, but that's just the cover art.
Harry Potter.
Freestyle Street Soccer, Die Hard Vendetta, Smash Drive, and Army Men Sarge's War.
I've got an Army Men something. I think it's Air Combat. Hold on. Here's the stack of all the loose GameCube games that was in that thing, and there was about maybe 20, 25 complete in-box game that I was able to pick, find the game, stick it in the box. There's actually a box sitting right behind the table over here that's sports stuff that I might start doing like giveaways with. I could go get a quarter a piece for them, but I might just start doing like giveaways with old, some old sports games and stuff like that for my channel. I don't know. It's already made my money back like 4 times since I've put it online. So I got PK Out the Shadows, which is Donald Duck game.
Yep.
Legends of Wrestling 2, awesome game. Dave Mirra 2, The Incredible Hulk Ultimate Destruction. Aquaman.
Oh boy.
The Warrior Within, Prince of Persia. Metal Arms Glitch in the System, which goes for like 13 or 14 bucks loose. A Road Leader. Spider-Man 2. Simpsons Road Rage, which is like 20 bucks. Lord of the Rings 2 Towers. The Incredibles. Dino Thunder Power Rangers. Bratz. Rock Angels Bratz. This is the more expensive of the Bratz games.
Because Cat Icarus did a show on it.
Oh, yeah? Naruto Clash of the Ninja. Tom and Jerry War of the Whiskers, which is a kind of pricey game, too. NHL 2K3. There's American Wasteland. Tony Hawk, you need that?
No, I actually have it. I just have the case.
Oh, you just have empty cases, and you're looking to get rid of them, or you're looking to fill them.
Yeah, whatever. I don't care. I'll probably just put this aside and send it to you or whatever.
Air Combat Elite Mission. I thought you were looking for games to fill cases with. Wolverine X2, Wolverine's Revenge, Rogue Ops, Minority Report, All-Star Baseball 2002, X-Men Legends 2, Peter Jackson's King Kong, Meet the Robinsons, 2002 World Cup FIFA, Red Faction 2, Rocket Rangers, Beach Bandit, Rocket Power Beach Bandit, something like that. Spider-Man 1, Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, there's 2 copies of that. Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, there's 1 copy of, and 1 final copy of. And then NHL Hits 2002, which I just sold one of these like yesterday. It was like 18 bucks.
I
So
haven't looked into Minority Report yet, but it sounds cool.
Minority Report, the movie, I really liked, but I haven't played the game. I've got it on each system now. I have one on Xbox, PlayStation 2, and GameCube at the moment.
Oh, so it was a movie. I thought it was like an Atlas title or something, because it sounds like that anyway.
Has Hob got his own stream going? Is he trying to compete streams tonight?
Divide and conquer, I guess.
He is. He got one person watch. He's going to lose. We're going to take Hob down.
Oh, man. Let's see.
I mean, I'll put these cases aside, and if we work something out, I'll just send it to you for that GI Joe.
Oh man! So
You
what
take
state
that
do you
shit to
live in?
Palooza, make big money.
Yeah, Joe to Palooza and get rid of it faster than American Wasteland on GameCube.
Let's see.
The case got fucked up.
I was playing live radio stream.
Live radio.
He's doing his own mystery radio theater. He's got like footsteps and shit and like a creaking door.
Some real War of the World shit.
There's a dude in the background like a tinfoil thing, like making thunder happen. He is. He's streaming over here. DGC and I Conquer the Galaxy. What is he talking about?
Oh man! If only I knew.
Down for another one, right?
No, they're playing Destiny
make sure you
2.
put the seat down before you go for it.
Destiny.
Well, I'm surprised he only has one viewer.
I can hear him laughing.
Don't start it. You ready? All right.
Yeah, leave a comment. Ask him why he's not on our live stream.
I don't know.
Yeah, Bob, you need to stop all that screwing around and come over to the Hangout. I sent him an invite.
So you can't see me up in the right corner, Savage?
We can't see shit. Looks like
Oh, he's playing with Savage.
he's talking to Savage Beast or somebody's over there watching him too. Yeah,
Oh,
Savage.
the same thing. What up, Kev?
Now he's in the stream though. He's on delay in our
that's what I
stream.
had earlier.
Oh, good. Delay is the
Let me
best
set up.
around.
All right.
Savage pulling double duty, man. He's in both streams.
What up, Kev?
That's Jay, you said? Did you say that was Jay?
Jav Geez. The mighty Jav Geez.
Mighty.
Ah.
Puts his enemies on their knees.
I sent Chris that game. I don't know if Tight White's talking about the free game. I guess he's talking about getting free games from anybody. But I know Chris doesn't like getting free shit either. But I told him it was his birthday present. That's the only way you can give Chris something for free.
And,
It's gotta be his birthday.
you know, I always like to put people. So, you know, if you see something you need or you want or whatever, let me know. But usually it's kind of that pay it forward attitude. You know what I mean? Like,
Let's see.
you know, I just sent Video Game Collector a huge package. He's a good dude, so if somebody else wanted, you know, he would just send it. Like, he just bought me a copy of fucking Cinema.
Right.
He's like, do you have that game? I'm like, no, but if I see it at GameStop, I'll pick it up for sure because I like shoot 'em up. He said, don't. I'll just buy one off Amazon and have it sent to your house.
Drop ship. That TurboGrafx 16 thing you got for Dreamcast, what is that? Is that like somebody made that and put it out recently, or
Yeah, it's
just a ROMs? All the ROMs are on there and it boots up.
Let me do the big screen thing. So I was at this convention, this gaming and anime convention, and the guy had tons of them. He had a Super Nintendo one, Game Boy one, Sega Master System one. I think he had a Game Gear one, this TurboGrafx one, and then he also had Neo Geo 50 Plus, which has got 58 games on it. 6 of them are Japanese text games, but it's got shooters, Alpha Mission 2, Aero Fighters 2, which is
Fuck yeah.
what I like to play. But you know, Magician Lord, what have
Strikers 1945.
It's got Nam 75, which is kind of like Wild Guns.
Yeah. In fact, speaking of WoW Guns, I just found another copy of that on PS4 at the GameStop like yesterday too. An open one I bought used.
That's amazing. But,
I've got a cool one and that one now.
I said, how much are these? And he goes, they're $20, but if you buy 2, I could do 15 each. An absolute no-brainer.
Yeah.
Pick up because you're picking up the entire TurboGrafx 16 library for $15. You know.
Right. Well, this is why I sent you that game too, man, because I got a hold of the collector's edition of King Griffey, and it came with the hat. I wanted the hat.
Yeah. That thing is slick, bro. Where'd you get that at?
A guy on OfferUp, man. I paid $30 for it.
What?
Boom.
Oh man, that's sweet.
And I'm just gonna keep the hat in the box. I'm not gonna wear it.
Yeah.
But it's cool looking. I like it. And the case is really nice too. I like the steel books, man. I wish regular games came in steel books. That shit should have become like PS4. Everything's in a steel book. And give me manuals and fucking artwork and shit and stickers and scratch and sniffs. Bring that shit back. God almighty, I want physical stuff to go with my games.
Like, well, they did, but they're for PC releases.
Yeah, they do, and they want if they do, it's $100. You know what I mean?
Well, they were $5 each.
Well, I'm saying like if it's a PS4 game, if it comes in steelbook, it's a edition if you want it, Brandon. And here's the Marvel Epic Pinball Collection. This game's fucking rad. And then this is another copy of the Wild Guns that I got a hold of.
Yeah, that's slick, man.
That doesn't. I don't know if the other one. I haven't. The other one's sealed, so I don't know if there is an insert with it. So if there was, this one doesn't have it. But It does have it has the controls printed out here on the inside of the cover work. I don't know if you can see that shit, but it's got like a schematic of the controller and tells you what the buttons do. So maybe that's all that came with it. I don't know. The other one's sealed. I'm not going to open it. That shit'll be worth lots of money one day. One day. 30 years from now.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, CamRetro, how much did you pay for that Wild Guns at GameStop? Like, what was the price on it?
I have the receipt right here.
$54.99.
$26.99.
That's
And
pretty
my
good.
I guess that was with my discount. So 20, maybe $28.99 or whatever is what they wanted for it. I get 10% off on my discount. $3. So it was $29.99.
Nice.
Might see about getting that.
If you can find one, man, it's a limited print run. Now it's not from limited run games, but they only made so many of them, and it's not printed right now. I think it's already out of print. So it's a fucking Natsumi.
Gotta love Harvest Moon.
Gotta love that Natsumi. Gotta love that. What is the Persona people? Atlas. Gotta love them Atlases.
Atlas.
That's a Murray thing, man. I wouldn't have known about Atlas games if I didn't hang out with Andy Murray as a kid. I wouldn't play.
It's just so weird that they made a fishing game on Xbox. That's just weird to me, though.
They know they're fishing, man. They do all the real fishing games. They know their fucking niche and they stick with it. Farming, fishing, simulators.
Oh no, that was Atlas, not Natsumi.
Oh, Natsumi made real fishing. RE.
Yeah, but Pro Fishing Challenge was made by.
It has one of the most.
Oh, they've all got. Well, Atlas made Major League Baseball.
Blandest covers ever.
The very first baseball game, black box baseball game on Nintendo, was made by Atlas. Well, no, not Nintendo baseball, but MLB. They do what they want, and they do it well. Oh, is that the one with the girl on the boat? Yeah, I got that. Pro Bass Challenge.
It's Pro Fishing Challenge, but yeah.
Yeah, the girl with her little bikini and her Daisy Dukes on.
Yep.
I've got that was in the bundle of stupidity that I picked up.
Congrats, you have another Atlas title.
Dreamcast fishing games I haven't played a whole lot of, but I do have the remote control thing for it. The fishing.
Yeah, I have that for PS1. Don't have it for Dreamcast yet.
Later, chasing the classics. Have a good night, man.
All right, Brad.
Be rad.
Yeah, I'm not gonna stay on too long because I gotta go to work in the morning too.
Oh, and Murray just hit 200 subs too. By the way, he just broke the 200 sub mark. So congrats to Andy and MC.
Yeah, that's awesome. It feels like a long time coming, man.
Yeah, he's been struggling and getting there.
Definitely deserving.
Feels like he's uphill climbing it, but he's
Yeah.
You gotta get.
I know he went through a valley there at about 118, 120 subscribers where, he just kind of stayed stagnant for about a month.
Mine ain't so much either. I just broke 1,000 and I'm barely above it. I'm treading water above. I think I got 1,006 or something like that.
Yeah.
But I don't care. I'm not out there promoting it and going like, come see my channel all day long and look at these fucking videos I make every other day. That ain't happening like that.
When we started the stream, I was actually one away from 2,300. If we made it.
Oh, I'm up to 1,008 as of right now. But the minute I say that, it'll drop back down to 995.
Isn't that exactly 2,300?
Hell yeah.
Let me check out my boy Uncle Strange.
What is Uncle Strange now? Is that a new guy?
Yeah. Oh man, he flew up, dude. He was at 200 like last week. He's at 220. I've been giving him a little bit of a push though. Not that I'm the end all be on YouTube, but
you most certainly are.
He does this really cool thing where
not with that attitude.
All he does is live streams, but he's on a really consistent schedule. 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Sometimes a little later. He'll go past, but it's Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. and he'll do like Until Dawn, Little Monsters, Last of Us, Final Fantasy, Crash Bandicoot trilogy, and yeah, it's just like I like to tinker in the game room, or when I'm playing games, I'll pop on a live stream, so I can listen to it or whatever. So it's really cool. He's sort of that consistency into his life to where 2 p.m. on Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday, I can live stream, which is
it's all live streaming, so you don't see his face or anything. It's no edited videos.
No, it's all live streams. So you can go back and watch the past live streams, and he doesn't do it like I do my PS4, where you've got like the icon or the camera in the top right, and then the stream is on the right hand side. His is just it's like full screen mode.
Right.
So he's reading chats off of YouTube or wherever, but yeah, he's just a really cool dude. He's an old dude like us. I think he's 40, 41, something like that. So
oh man, can't wait for my PS4 to get in. That way I could stream direct to YouTube.
Yeah, like what we were playing today. I was playing Ratchet and Clank last night, and I made an Ugly Kid Joe reference, and I was like, I'm probably me and Uncle Stranger probably the only ones that got that. And he was like, no, I got it. And nobody else understood what we were talking about. What's up, Hav?
Nope.
Like,
did Hav stream end?
Guys that hate everything.
Who is the guys that hate everything? What was that? I'm sorry, I was typing a comment.
Ugly Kid. I made an Ugly Kid Joe reference on my Ratchet and Clank live stream last night. And me and Uncle Retro were the only two in the live stream that understood the reference.
Okay. Well, I know, everybody knows the way it goes, the way it gotta go.
Yeah. So
you get sad. Well, that's too bad because I'm having the ball, hating every little thing about you. I love that. They came in late to the game of the hair rock scene. They were right on the cusp of like grunge is about to take over.
Back in the day, gamer, what's up? Thanks for stopping by the screen. Yeah, and you know what? That's probably I liked Mr. Record Man. That was my favorite track on that album. Most Wanted.
Yeah.
It's like, how can I do this?
I liked the album cover, the little kid.
Yeah. Fucking Statue of Liberty flicking the bird.
Yeah. We were talking about Silverchair the other night, dude, and like that first album they put out, me and Andy were talking about. They were like 15 years old when they were in the studio tracking that shit.
Silverchair was
You gonna wait too, fat boy, wait till tomorrow. Fucking Tomorrow and Anna's Song and fucking Israel's Son and like so many good fucking rock songs that came out in like 96, 97, something like that. They had a couple different albums still around. They're from Australia and they were a bunch of damn kids. And the first album's called Frog Stomp, and it pisses me off that it sounds so amazing because they were so young. But same thing with like, fucking Stevie Wonder's first album was out when he was like 9 years old. Killing it on a piano, blind. What have I done with my life? I've got some pinball machines.
Well, that's close enough.
Mm-hmm. I'm getting there.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, it's 9 o'clock. No, it's 10 o'clock. Ghostbusters is ringing.
Dang, why is it so hard?
Slide on over and check out Murr's channel. See what's up, bro. 200 on the button. I love it. Couldn't happen to a nicer dude, man. I'm happy for him.
Do you guys know of Channel Awesome? Which is
maybe.
Yeah, the Nostalgia Critic.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Well, he's got a girl on there.
Titanic reviews.
He's got a girl that's part of his team, and her name is. I've definitely had a shout out or two to her in my stream, but I watch her. Yeah, Tamara. Tamara's never seen. Did y'all watch that at all? It's the best. It's the best. Yeah. I can't believe that poor girl went through her life and hasn't seen all these. She's like 30 years old. Like, how have you missed?
How have you not seen Back to the Future ever? Like, just caught it
being on TBS or something. Like, how could you? I don't get it. Right. But I love the show because it's like watching those movies again for the first time through somebody's eyes. You know what I mean? It's cool. It's just like watching other people like play an old game for the first time and like it's nice to relive your moments of what you felt when you saw that, or you hear her telling her what she liked about it or what she didn't like, and you're like, yeah, you know, it's a good show, good idea, great series idea. But you can only do it if you're fucking lived a sheltered life for 30 years.
Right. So at some point, it's like hard to believe. Oh, you never saw the Guyver or the Garbage Pail Kids movies? I totally get that, but you've never seen Back to the Future? Fuck off, you're lying. You know what I mean? Like, that's so hard to believe. You never saw Ghostbusters? What are you talking about?
There's a podcast I love called How Did This Get Made? And it's about shitty movies and how, you know, they watch them and they make fun of them, and they find out, you know, they look into the producers and how it actually got put together, and that's why it's called How Did This Get Made? And it's really funny too. And they just did the Garbage Pail Kids, now that you mentioned that. Like, how did this get made? And they did a whole interview with the boy that was the star, who is Sean Astin's little brother, Mackenzie Astin. And he's like, yeah, that basically ruined my acting career. He's like, I thought it was going to be my Goonies. You know, my brother had just done Goonies and was riding his high, and I wanted to go do a movie, so I signed up for this thing without telling my parents about it. My dad thought his dad is Gomez Adams from the Adams family. You know, that's who Sean Astin's dad is. And the dad told him not to do it, and he went ahead and did it anyway, and that's why you don't know who Mackenzie Astin is. I also like watching shows about restoring old electronics. That's probably my main thing that I watch on YouTube, is how to fix an old computer and how to, you know, take the yellow out of a Nintendo, like stuff like that. Like, right, yeah, this afternoon I have 5 fat PS2s were in that haul. 2 of them are working fine. 3 of them have different issues. One has a disc tray loading issue. The other 2 aren't sending any picture to the screen, but they are turning on, and they seem to be whirring and trying to read discs. So that's the next thing I get to do in the next week here, is let's learn all about how to fix PlayStation 2s.
Yeah, it's like I had a problem where it would only do black and white, but it just turned out to be a cable issue. So
I'm thinking it's just a dirty issue. Like, I need to get in there and clean the connector pins real good on the fucking AV out, and or maybe solder something. Maybe it got snapped. Maybe it got pulled, you know, away from the solder joint. Probably something simple will fix what the problem is. PlayStation 2s are pretty much tanks, with the exception of the disc read error, and even that is pretty handleable if you get in there and pop the cover off and reset the laser, you know, gear. Same thing with the Dreamcast. Dreamcasts are relatively easy to fix as well.
What about Saturns?
Saturns are a fucking nightmare, and their lasers are 50 bitches. I've only tried to repair 2 of those, and I have not repaired either. So let's put it that way. But I have fixed 2 separate Virtual Boy eye socket things that weren't working, and was able to repair those and get them back up to snuff and working every time. I fixed a lot of slim PS2s, a couple fat ones, a lot of Xbox disc load issues. And I have only come across maybe 10 NES consoles that didn't work after I got a hold of them. Otherwise, those motherfuckers work every time.
Cool. Considering you've gone through like 100.
I will check that out, Michael. Thank you. Musty one, he says.
It's like, oh man. Let's see.
Is it a VW bus as his picture? Looks like it. I'm subscribing. Let's see what he's got. Yes, Game Tech US. I watch that too. I like that. I like the 8-bit guy and 8-bit keys. He does a lot of. It's the same guy, but he does a lot of work with old Casio keyboards and shit, and how to, like, you can fucking hack those things into being like ridiculous things to make music with, basically, and change the chipsets in them and do all kind of crap. It is. I agree. It's very zen watching people troubleshoot things and fix them. And you feel like you've gone to school without having to get up and go to class. You know what I mean? Like I'm watching this guy learn and he's learning something as he's fixing it, and or he knows exactly what to do and is telling you exactly how to do it along the way. I love that shit. I like watching what's the show on Discovery Channel, How It's Made? Where they go into a factory and you see a factory put together a vase or some window panes or something like that, just whatever it may be.
Yeah, I watched like the candy stuff, so I've seen like how M&Ms and
exactly how the
Taffy
candy factory works. That shit blows my mind.
It's like, they obviously, the only thing they can't show on M&Ms is how they put the M on the candy, so it's kind of weird. Oh man, let's see. It's like, so what's your console setup? If you have a console setup, I don't know if you're just an arcade guy.
I have everything, dude.
Yeah.
Console.
So like,
everything.
Do you have like a dedicated like 4x4 shelf just containing 16 consoles or something?
No, I kind of rotate them out off whatever TV I may be using at one time. Like right now, the TV in my other room is the PS3, the Xbox One. There's a GameCube plugged up in there. There's a PS1 plugged up in there. And then in this room where I'm at, there's a PS4 and a Wii U and an Xbox 360 down here. I have a top loader and a Wii sitting on this table the computer's sitting on. This is I've kind of turned the garage into my testing area, and where I stopped wanting to smoke inside my house anymore. So if I do smoke, I'm out here in the garage, and I do all the testing out here, and I keep all of the goods inside the house, with the exception of the pinball machine, which is getting ready to leave. So.
I'm just asking, just because I have like every console I own just set up just in my room.
Right, that's how MERS is. Emceemer's got a big shelf that's got a bunch of like cubby holes in it, and he's got a machine in every spot, and they all run to the same.
Yeah. So just have GameCube 64s, some just out on the floor.
In my bedroom, there is a PlayStation 2 and another top loader. There's a Nintendo in every room I'm in because Nintendo's my jam. So if I want to fucking play Nintendo, I've got it ready to go somewhere. And there's a Super Nintendo in my bedroom as well. And then I had a Retron 5. I just sold my Retron 5 with my it had a broken NES. The pins in the NES part were fucking wrecked, and it wouldn't read NES games, but it played everything else. But I just sold that online for like $73 or some shit on Amazon. I need to buy it. Well, it's time to buy it. I know they've remodeled it, and I've heard the pins are better on the newer ones, so I'm gonna buy me another one.
Yeah, my Retron 5 is still working. I bought it at the Seattle Retro Gaming Expo for like $78. But I just wanted it that way I could play Game Boy Advance and those handhelds on big screen without having to get the Game Boy disc player.
Well, that and the save states, dude. I mean, just for the save states alone, I can just throw any game in there, and anytime I come back to it, it'll be right there. Or I can, put a save state on the little memory card. I love it. I love it. I love it. And the HD upgrade is nice. That machine.
Oh man, yeah. I use that with Burger Time a lot because I've been attempting to do that, and I got like start of level 4. It's about all I've gotten.
Burger Time's no joke, dude. That's a hard game.
Yeah, dude.
Those pickles get angry.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like I really wouldn't be able to make a rage channel just because I don't typically do that. It's like, I think the only time I even got crazy disappointed was because I was trying so hard in a Punch-Out Wii playthrough with the balance board to get past Mr. Sandman. So I tried that for 5 episodes. So I spent 2.5 hours total just attempting to beat him with the Wii balance board, and it never happened. That's about the only time I ever almost raged.
Man, I've broken a lot of controllers in my life. Rage is a consistent problem in my gaming. I get mad at this fucking pinball machine, dude. Y'all, honest to God, my sister has been in town. My sister was supposed to move to Florida this last week, and she actually lives in a house in Atlanta that my dad owns, and has moved out of that house and moved all of her stuff down like 2 weeks ago, but had to come back up to Atlanta to finish working out the rest of her work schedule or whatever. And now the hurricane came, so she's moved to Steinhatchee, which is right in the armpit of the Gulf of Mexico in Florida there, and it's a mile or so away from the beach, and she couldn't move down, so she had to like fucking evacuate and come on back up. So she's been here for like the last like 3 days, or maybe 4 days now, hanging out. And her and her wife have been playing me in pinball every night, but they get to see their age. Like she's impressed with how much I scream and yell at a pinball machine. She's like, "Good Lord!" And I'm like, "I'm sorry, I cannot help it. This thing pisses me right off, but I love it at the same time."
Oh man,
it cheats you so hard, dude. Like there's so many straight down the middle shots, and the gap between the fucking flippers is like 1.5 miles across, is what it feels like.
Yep.
And you get so easily screwed out of a ball in that game. It's built to eat your quarters. That's what it's built for. It's built to eat your money, and it sure would be doing a good job of that if we were playing real money in it.
It's just like, woohoo, golf shot, yeah. It's like the always.
Dude, back in the day, Gamer went through 3 Retron 5s. Holy fuck, man. I've only had the one, and it broke. The Nintendo things broke on it within like the first like 3 months, and that pissed me off. But everything else worked, and I held on to it for 2 years, and it kept working the whole time, except for the Nintendo part. So I've heard that they've remodeled it somewhat, or at least recently, and the pins are much more loose.
I just wish they remodeled their controller. That thing is garbage.
But you don't need the controller if you just plug in original controllers. You know, fuck that stupid.
Yeah.
TNT Amusers, I love Todd. I love Todd. I love that channel. Michael keeps throwing up stuff about people I should check out. I love him. I love fucking John's Arcade. I like This Old Arcade is another great one where the guys are breaking down things and building them from fucking scratch. Who else is good? The 8-bit pit is another one. This dude, like, go look up the 8-bit pit. It's got 8-bit is got a hyphen, or is that a hyphen? The dash. The 8-bit pit. It's the space 8-bit with a hyphen space pit. He's only got 370 subscribers, but he apparently found a year ago. He raided a warehouse and came out with like 30 pinball machines and like 15 arcade machines or more. And he's been going through and rebuilding and fixing every one of them and selling them. And like, holy fuck, the amount of amazing shit he's got hiding in a room at his house. Like 2 or 3 Simpsons pinball machines, 2 or 3 Whirlwind pinball machines. Just incredible. RoboCop Data East stuff. A couple of hooks. It was like 3 or 4 hook pinball machines. Earthshakers.
Yeah.
Just incredible.
I just want to raid like most AAA video game company warehouses, because I imagine they have tons of backlog that they weren't able to sell.
Yeah.
It's just like, I let's see. Hudson became part of Konami, right? It'd be really cool going through Konami's warehouse. Not to mention, Nintendo and Game Freak, all that.
Yeah, they've got like, there's just magical warehouses everywhere. They're owned by somebody like Taito, the Taito Overlog warehouse, and you're like, what's going on in there? All
it's like
stacks of little Samsons.
Oh yeah, Nintendo's warehouse of stadium events that is somewhere.
Well, that guy bought it. The dude that sells those, he's got them sealed on Timothy Atwood. That's how he found it, man. He bought a warehouse full of shit, and it was video. I mean, a lot of it was video games, apparently, in shipping containers ready to go. And he's got stadium events and every other thing you can imagine sealed. I bought a sealed game from him on eBay, a copy of Deathbots, and I had him sign he put it in like a piece of plastic, and I had him sign the piece of plastic. I was like, dude, I just want something that I can show, like, this came from your collection, and you've got the craziest collection I've ever heard of.
Sheesh.
Like shipping crates full of stadium events. Okay, you prick.
Yeah. By the way, do either of you guys have Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3 on Wii?
I have it on
Because-
PS2.
Yeah, I'm looking for it on Wii though, just because I'm a huge fan of Wii. It's like I know it went down from like 50 at GameStop to 35, but you know, just wondering if any of you guys have it, just to trade stuff with you.
Yeah, I don't.
Okay.
I did get a Budokai 3 on PS2, yeah, in this bundle of shit, but no Tenkaichi or whatever it is.
Yeah, like I have number 2. I can show you. Yeah, let's see. Man, that lighting's terrible. Let's see. There? Yeah. Close enough. Yeah. Just Dragon Ball Z game, the fighting games I really enjoy. At least anything previous to Xenoverse. Not really into massively multiplayer fighting games.
Oh, Hobbs calling you out, dog.
It says stop being cheap. Just pay the 35.
That's nothing. That's nothing in Hobbs' world. He's big daddy money stacks.
Turning cake.
Yeah,
Making cake
You know,
out of nothing from
I'm trying
scratch.
to get a job at the dollar store right now, man. I would love big fat money stacks.
Working at the dollar store will not get you big fat money stacks.
I know, man.
Yeah.
I just want something slightly more than
maybe
nothing.
if you own the dollar store, you might make some money stacks. But even then, I don't think
Yeah.
money stacks.
I mean, I'd probably have better luck just buying like Costco stacks of candy and just selling it at college. I'd probably have better luck doing that. But
Oh, we just sold something. NCAA Football 2K2 on the Sega Dreamcast. Let's see how much that brought in.
Yay.
oh man, $279.
I mean, honestly, who buys this shit? Somebody, not me. I mean, I guess I did buy it, but I didn't at the price I paid for it.
How much did he give you?
$3.78. Disc only, in good condition. Lightweight,
All right.
perfect, professionally cleaned and tested, because I'm a professional.
Oh man. Cool.
Almost $4 for a fucking 15-year-old football game? Okay.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
It's like, yeah, I got a stack of those for PS2. I'll sell them all for that price.
Do it, man. The up eBay listings, 9 cents. You know, start them out at 10 cents each. Blow them out. Just get rid of them. And, like, start the bidding at 10 cents. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like the idea of I also know that if you want to keep the games in your collection and you do what I do, which is buying and selling and flipping, and I have stuff in my collection for a couple months before I trade it or sell it or whatever, you have to, if you really want to keep the stuff, you better start diversifying your bonds and diversifying what you're selling. So I'm honestly am looking into figuring out some other things I can buy and sell. That way I can keep the things that I want more readily, you know?
Yeah. Well, man. So how about
I'm
soundtrack
gonna
CDs?
jump off because I have to go to work and I got some things to finish up around here, but keep it short this
All right.
time. Thank everybody for coming out. Appreciate
shit.
it.
Well, I'm gonna get out too, buddy. If you're calling tonight, I got shit to do.
Yeah. Tired,
I
man.
know. I'm poor. So have a good night, you guys.
All right,
All
buddy.
right, guys. Take it easy. Everybody, thanks for stopping by. Check out
Thanks
the
for having
channel
me,
in the description. I'll see you on the next one.
Later, Kevin.